Hey, this is Joker News speaking. We got the most recent news for you. Lil Durk versus NBA Youngboy is more than rap beef. Yes, last week Lil Durk released Aha. It's a fiery record that flirts with the line between art and reality as the Chicago rapper chronicles his hunt of imaginary foes with bars like they drop in locations, I'm getting it done. NBA Youngboy apparently felt certain lines on Durk's song were aimed at him and returned fire with I Hate Youngboy, a similarly on Edge record where the Baton Rouge MC berates Durk, as well as Lil Baby, Gucci Mane, and others. It's the latest round of disses between the one-time collaborators who crossed the point of no return after Durk's right-hand man King Von was fatally shot during a scuffle with Youngboy's partner Quando Rondo. Vaughn and Quando were former friends who reportedly fell out over Vaughn being seen with the Youngboy's ex, just in case you didn't know. The kind of petty discrepancy that could have easily been talked through, but instead tragedy happened. And the longer these two proud grieving men willed their power and their pain against each other, the higher chances get that more violence could occur, you know? The fracture between Durk, Youngboy, and Quando may already be too far gone to mend, as Vaughn's uncle, Range Rover Hang, proclaimed that people got points to prove, and Vaughn was a real one. They killed a real one, and we ain't never going to get nobody else like that. Durk has echoed that sentiment on record, and Youngboy and Quando have each struck back at Durk lyrically, like literally. All the while, the rap community has inflamed the drama since Vaughn's death. We should know, better though. We've been at this point too many times with the rap drama that spills into the streets. When tragedy happens, we publicly mourn, and some of us are reflective. But then it seems the machine churns back up, ignoring all tact and respect for the dead in the name of the metrics until tragedy happens again. How many times are we going to let the cycle play out? What does all our passive enjoyment of this like spectacle say about us? Will any artist's loss actually cause us to relinquish our thirst for sensationalism out of respect for them? These are questions that we should be asking instead of blindly watching two gifted artists going full force at each other. One person has already, lost their life, and we don't need anyone else to. And for months, rap fans have giddily shared and discussed diss songs featuring disrespectful references to Vaughn and Durk's late brother, D-Tay Hang. This beef has shown us the ugliest level of stan culture, with fans, filling comment sections that needle Durk with petty slide for Vaughn comments and taking sides as if they're either artist payroll. Youngboy and Durk recently traded threats by spelling out their words in bundles of cash. Youngboy spelled out, you gonna die, and while Durk seemingly replied, hurry y'all bitches ass up. Instead of these posts causing alarm on social media, the back and forth sparked a money challenge, where artists like Future and Wiz Khalifa participated, seemingly apathetic of the sinister genesis of the challenge, The money posts were a crude example, the nexus of money, power, and death. Money that could have and still may have improved someone's life was instead used to threaten the destruction of another's. It's a sad commentary that in America, power is defined not by the ability to empower people, but to inflict or influence on others, and money is the catalyst for those actions. Society is so desensitized to Black Death that we overlook the nihilism in order to lampoon it. It's sadly unsurprising and not just a rap thing. We're so used to violence as entertainment that people are currently speculating about who will play Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in a movie about an ongoing real-life war that has the threat of going nuclear. Similarly, Durk and Youngboy's beef will get worse before it gets better at this rate of rancor. Now, both artists have experienced immense loss starting their careers. Durk has faced the death of his manager OTF Chino and his cousin OTF Nunu, his right-hand man Vaughn, and most recently his brother D-Tay Hang. Now, Youngboy has lost many members of his Never Broke Again crew, and that's not even counting their incarcerated loved ones. The weight of death is a central theme of both of their music as the violence and that they levy as a response to their loss. What onlookers reductively frame as mere gang violence in reality are ongoing cycles of grief, where people lose their loved ones and only feel solace by inflicting the pain they feel on their enemies. No matter how many times either men flash money or boast about their latest conquest, their fixation with their death is a sad state to be in. Even as a beloved artist with a feverish fan base, Youngboy rarely seems publicly happy. His December 2021 interview with DJ Kedemix seemed particularly glum, and it seemed like the last thing he wanted to do was talk at certain points. His frequent collaborator, producer slash rapper, Dubba AA, recently noted on battle rapper Matt Hoffa's My Expert Opinion interview show that Youngboy gave him an NBA chain, but then told him the chain comes with murder because their enemies covet it. Instead of merely appreciating the flash, Youngboy is focused on the violence tied to it. Similarly, Durk recently tweeted that he took $1 million cash and around my block with 100,000 killers instead of celebrating that he's a millionaire. He referenced the worst thing he could do with his fortune, he was implying. He was likely only selling an image for fans to eat up, trying to say he's cloud chasing. Now, too many rappers feel the pressure to embody the image of strong, bravado-filled men who can't appear weak to their community or to the fans, living through them. And speaking to Complex about DJ Drewski's recent decision to stop playing violent diss songs on his radio show. Now, New York media personality Koi Production said that the artists feel pressure to diss each other and threatens violence because they know it turns into screams, which turns into label attention. And, Chicago rapper Billionaire Black recently claimed that his label encouraged him to do more presumptuously to stir attention, that external pressure is reflected with both Durk and Youngboy. Durk even spoke out on the trolls on Ahaha, rhyming "Don't respond to me with Vaughn." I'm I'm tripping. Go get your gun, he said. Now, most of this context is usually lost in media news posts chronicling the beef, with reporting that either giddily spectates the latest act of disrespect or dryly reports on the latest nerve-striking dead dissing track as if it's mere new music. Now, the sensationalist takes don't take either men's lives seriously enough, and the passive framing doesn't take the music seriously enough. But let me know what you guys think about all this. This is just some recent news. This is some crazy news about the beef that's going on, and I'm going to keep you guys updated. But hey, hit that like and subscribe button, please, and check out more of the latest content.